Ever since the market started pulling away from making tablets and Apple's taken over that aspect of the industry, I've been searching for a tablet that can compare. I found some pretty good ones, but there was nothing that came to the power and technology that Apple's been incorporating in their iPad Pro. When I finally lost all hope, a company by the name of Vankyo sent over their tablet, and as much as I wanted to like this tablet, there are a lot of problems. Now, I always kind of feel bad when a company sends over a product and I don't say nice things, but I think this tablet's a really good example of what not to do, and perhaps Vankyo will listen up. Plus, they did tell me to make an honest review. But if you really want to get your name out there, guys, you have to be competitive. So, let's talk about this tablet. This tablet is called the MatrixPad Z4 Pro. It features a 1.5 GHz quad-core processor that is horrible, and no matter how far I scour the internet, I've not been able to find out which processor they used, which leads me to believe that this is where they skimped out. This tablet is slow. I have grandparents with a lot of patience that I highly doubt would take this tablet off my hands. Apps take a very long time to boot, unlocking the screen takes time, and actions after that must be slow and deliberate, otherwise the tablet will just ignore you. After doing some digging, I did find the processor, the Rockchip RK3066 processor, which I'd never heard of before, and upon looking it up, learned some very interesting things. This chip was made in 2012, only supports a max resolution of 1080p, and only supports 2GB of DDR1, DDR2, or DDR3 RAM. Funnily enough, the specs for this chip also claim that it's a dual-core. The tablet, however, claims that it has a quad-core processor. The chip is slow and probably shouldn't have been used in this tablet. The restart or power on screen is also very bland, and right out of the box, this tablet feels mechanically unpolished. The resolution is kind of strange as well. This tablet has a 10.1-inch screen with a resolution of 1280 by 800. Now don't get me wrong, I can't complain about lower resolution screens. The Nintendo Switch has a 720p screen which does excellent at reserving battery life. The tablet here? Not so much, and I'm kind of annoyed at how little information Vankyo has offered on their website and other sites that sell this tablet. I don't know how much juice the battery has. The only info I have is that it's a lithium-ion and it takes no time to drain the battery. I probably went from full battery to needing a charge in probably just 3 to 6 average hours of use, which would be fine if this tablet supported fast charging, but oh wait, no, we're using micro USB. Great. I think the most annoying thing about the battery life is the real estate you're given. The bezel on this tablet is big and ugly. This is a lot of screen not being used, which definitely played a part in shrinking the resolution down, but we still have poor battery here. I think the part that gets me the most about this aspect is the pixels per inch. With the Nintendo Switch, it was designed at the size it was to take PPI into account. This tablet feels like they just kind of threw out a screen size and then picked the resolution that best matched with the size of the tablet and the bezel, which just leaves a lot of inefficiencies overlooked. Up next is the camera, for which there are two. A back-facing 8-megapixel camera because this thing is from 2012 or something, and then a front-facing 2-megapixel camera. Suffice to say, this tablet isn't really impressive in any of their specs besides the headphone jack, which isn't that impressive, and I only mention it because companies coin toss on that thing. The speakers on this tablet sound fine, but I wouldn't use it to listen to music. The power and volume buttons feel cheap and breakable, which is my favorite feature on tablets, and the material they use to make this tablet is a fingerprint magnet. It's not very easy to keep this thing clean. Features that are kind of nice is for around $100 you're getting an Android Pie. It does have a card slot for extended storage up to 128GB if you so desire. If you want something cheap that'll teach your kids patience, then this might be an alright tablet for them. All around, I can't recommend this thing. Its touchscreen is unpleasant, it makes the same annoying noise over and over again as you use it, the processor's not a turn on, and the navigation buttons are all disorganized and new ones added in for no reason. This is the worst performing tablet I've ever used, and if I may offer Vankyo some advice, this is it. People are becoming disinterested in tablets. The market has slowed down, and when people think of tablets, they think mostly of Apple. Use Android to your advantage here. Tablets are nice because of touchscreen usability. Make the tablet easy for people to use. Give it a good battery. Nobody really cares much about speakers, so don't worry about those. Camera's also not a big deal for tablets, but if you're going to incorporate one, don't use one from 2012. There are a lot of new cheap mobile cameras out there that do a pretty good job. The screen is important, 120 Hz. I know nobody's going to listen to me here, but when you're scrolling through the internet at a higher refresh rate, it's nice on the eyes. As for resolution, keep it in the 16:9 aspect ratio. Pictures and videos look better, and PPI is important enough to think about when designing. As for material, nobody really cares so long as it's not slipping out of your hands. Also, if you're going to use Android, then just use stock. Incorporating gestures to make the usability of the tablet easier is fine, but adding more navigation buttons is nonsense and just makes the tablet look disorganized. Last tip, USB-C. This tablet sells for $99.99 for the Matrix Pad Z4 and $119 for the Z4 Pro. I'll put the links to them in the description. The biggest reason I do this, firstly, is because it helps me out if you click the Amazon link, but secondly, I implore you go check the reviews for this tablet. It's kind of interesting how many people seem to like it, and it makes me wonder if these people got paid for their reviews. Either way, thank you all, and I'll see you again very shortly. I wanted to say, just for those of you who are curious, yes, I have moved back to America, and I have plenty of stories to share. Thank you guys for waiting up for me. I love you all. Bye, guys.